everyone, I've got another great story of compassion for you. It's one of the amazing miracles Jesus performed that showed everyone just how special he is. At the time, Jesus and his friends, the disciples, were traveling together. Jesus had been performing amazing miracles and healing people all around the world. Everywhere Jesus went, crowds followed him. They all wanted to be near Jesus and hear what he had to say. They hoped that Jesus might heal them too. One day, Jesus needed some quiet time away from the crowds to rest. So he and his friends rowed in the boat across the Sea of Galilee. When Jesus and his friends made it to the other side of the lake, they found that they weren't alone. A huge crowd of people had come to see Jesus. His friends looked out, and they could see over 5,000 people who had gathered there by the lake. Wow! Jesus had compassion and taught the people. But after they listened for a long time, the people got really hungry. Jesus knew how he could provide food for everyone, but he turned to his friend Philip and asked, "Where can we buy bread for these people to eat?" Philip answered, "Suppose we were able to buy enough bread for each person to have just a bite. That would take more than half a year's of pay." Then Jesus' friend Andrew spoke up. He said, "Here's a boy with 5 small loaves of barley bread. He also has 2 small fish. But how far will that go in such a large crowd?" The boy had some bread and fish, but it was only enough for one person, or at least that's what Andrew thought. Jesus had the people sit down. He prayed to thank God for the food. Then he began to hand out the bread. He gave the people as much as they wanted. Then he did the same thing with the fish. When everyone had eaten all they wanted, Jesus told the disciples to gather the leftover pieces of bread and fish. And guess what? They filled up 12 baskets with the leftovers. The people were absolutely amazed. They could see that Jesus was special. They wondered if he really was the Savior who God had promised. They said, "This must be the prophet who is supposed to come into the world." Jesus cared deeply about every single person who was there that day. He was able to use one boy's food to meet each person's need. Everyone was able to eat that day, even though there was just a little bit of bread and fish to begin with. We all have things that we can share too. You might think that what you have to offer seems small, but God can work through you in amazing ways. He can help you use what you have to help others. That's what we need to remember today.